toy boat, toy boat, toy boat.
Wait,
toy
are we
boat,
there?
boat.
We're not supposed to be live yet. I hate how this is set up. Don't look. Oh, hello.
Hey.
Hey.
Hey, so first off, let me welcome everybody this evening. Glad to have you here. So,
Absolutely.
I'm Ron here from Las Vegas, Nevada. As always, we have with me
His older brother Mike in Amarillo, Texas. May have
And
heard of the
yes.
fires.
We are brothers.
We've been putting up with fires here the last couple of days. I hate this time of year here. I really do.
Well, you know what, Mike? In case you ever forget,
I've got your back. He showed me that shirt before we went on, and I did. Asshole! Give it back! Give it back! Get my spinal cord.
it's like a snake on a plane. I'm a slippery, snaky snake.
Hope everybody is doing well. Oh yeah, this is what I want to get up there. This is kind of funny. When did I become drop everything years old?
So let me tell you something. So Mike had pointed out on his message earlier. This morning, I'm driving to a job site. For those of you that know, I have a construction and handyman business. So I'm driving out this morning. I'm like, Mike and I didn't really have a big topic to talk about today, but I called him like, Mike, at what age do we start dropping everything? Because I tell you what, we laughed for what, 20 minutes?
Oh, I thought it was funny as hell.
About that and some other dumb shit. But seriously, I mean, I've been doing it for a while, but I don't know when it started. All I know is every day I drop at least 7 to 8 things. It could be a fork, it could be my phone, it could be a drill, it could be my beer, it could be what, it doesn't matter. When the fuck did this start happening?
And I told him, I said, hey, it's funny you bring that up because my phone's the biggest thing. I drop my phone a lot. But like 2 or 3 days ago, I was at the radio station and my desk. I dropped my phone and I was already mad because I thought, damn it, I dropped the phone. So I had to get my fat ass up out of the chair to bend over to pick up the phone. Well, then I knocked stuff off my desk. I'm going, well, damn it. So I'm having to pick stuff off my desk. And in the process, I rammed my leg into the corner of the desk. So I'm having like this fight. And I'm thinking, I'm thankful nobody could see it. But yeah, in the span of 60 seconds, I'm going, what the hell is this about? When did I become drop everything years old?
So that was the segue into the next part of it. When I told
wait. You're not done. You're not done, smartass. Because after your phone call this morning, I'm going to play this one for you. Hope this works. Stand by.
To make money on Fox Business. Charles, great to see you. We've been talking about this. Yeah. And I'm just dropping stuff left and right. Elon Musk is warning.
So did you hear what she said?
Just dropping stuff left and right.
She said, and I'm dropping stuff left and right. I kid you not. That was no more than 60 seconds after you and I hung up. I happened to be watching Fox. So check this shit out, right? So not only did she drop something, and I'm going, you got to be kidding me. I grabbed for the remote to change the channel, and I dropped the damn remote. And so I bend over to pick up the remote, and I'm standing there changing channels. And while I'm changing channels, drop the remote again. And I'm now cursing your name. I'm going, Ron, called my fat ass.
What the fuck did you do?
I am not kidding, man. That girl, I don't know what her name is. It's the one that was sitting for Dana Perino. And but yeah. And I'm just dropping everything left and right. And I thought, you got to be kidding me.
Oh man, yeah.
You just cast that spell in a very short period of time, dude. It was just, I'm in my house laughing my ass off and just going, Ronnie, you got to be fucking kidding me. You just jinxed me, dude. So I spent the rest of the day carefully latching on to everything. I'm carrying it like, do not drop the phone.
He's got the G.I. Joe Kung Fu grip on everything.
Oh, no doubt, dude. No doubt.
Some of you will
now
So,
get into
so
the one
that
you're gonna get
segues into the other part of the conversation where, Mike talked about, you got to bend over and pick stuff up, or you got to lean towards something or whatever. And I told Mike, I said, yeah. So the bad thing is, man, at our age, we have to think like 3 or 4 steps ahead of, okay, what can I potentially hurt if I bend over this way to grab this thing? Because seriously, it's not funny. I mean, there's so many times like I'll be at work and I'll be like, okay, for instance, I was putting in a garbage disposal the other day, and I'm laying on the floor and half my butt into the sink. And before I did this, I was strategically thinking like 4 moves ahead. Okay, I have to put my drill on this side because if I put it over here, I have to reach across, and I can't put it up my shoulder because I don't have motion on my shoulder to pick it up over here anymore. And I have to have the screws for this over here. So I'm like 3-4 steps ahead of everything I do, mostly because of mobility and also because of I'm going to hurt myself.
Yeah. That's, by the way, Kenny, good to see you. And I'm sorry, everybody. I'm getting everyone. Hang on. We have a few people on. And Kenny, it was funny because Ronnie and I were talking about you this morning. I figured the food was just good in Facebook prison, that you like going back there.
You got that prison burrito going on.
Freedom sucks. I'm going back to Facebook jail. But no, you're
glad
right.
to have you back, man. Hope you feel better.
Absolutely. A couple years now, knocking shit off the counter. My poor knuckles are fucking scarred from knocking. Yeah, right. Now,
dude, absolutely.
And that's something Ronnie and I were talking about this morning is you have to like almost psychoanalyze and evaluate every move. And I'm in agreement. I mean, that's where I find myself anymore is, it seems like not long ago I would just do stuff. I mean, on the whim, I can get stuff done. Now I overanalyze it because I'm going, okay, if I do this, I know I'm going to have to do, and I'm breaking it down. And at some point I just, fuck it. That's too much like work. If I have to do it in like more than 3 moves, it's exercise, and I don't want any part of that. Right?
We drop more because it's harder to bend. Amen. So Michelle and I, we sound like a couple of 90-year-olds in our household, man. It's ridiculous. You drop something, you almost look at it for a second, and you mentally ask yourself that split second, is it worth picking up?
Okay, but do you do this?
Where's dogs?
I know my wife is watching. Do you, Michelle, do this? Like somebody, like the dogs need to go out, or something needs to be done, and you're sitting there quietly going, wonder how long I have to sit here before she'll do it.
No, I do not do that, Mike. I do not do that. That's disrespectful and rude. Hey, there's Dawn, our sister. Dawn, what's happening?
Hell, I dropped everything since I was
Yeah, well.
Oh God. Really, Ron, you were talking like
shit. I'm closer to 60 than I am 50. So it's
you're only halfway between there.
I think it's because of what I do for a living, my dexterity, my hands, my feet, everything is just kind of going bad. And when I say going bad, it's like going bad quick.
Yeah. Well, welcome to the club, kid. Finally. I've been in the club for so long. I think I'm just used to it. I have learned how to and this must be in the family, my shoulders, especially my left one. I've had something wrong in it for quite some time, and it sounds like I got rubber bands snapping around in there. So what I've learned to do is how to exist without having to use the shoulder.
Amen.
And I've literally just everything I do, like if I'm carrying like a gallon of milk to the refrigerator, I know I've got to kind of just throw it up in there and I'm okay. But
I have about a 35% tear in my right shoulder, and I've had it for a long time, and I baby it and it gets better. But a few months back, I was doing a flooring job, and I was on my hands and knees, and I reached forward like this to grab a refrigerator to help pull it toward me from one of my guys, and I pulled, and from here all the way back up to my neck, I've heard it go pop.
Wow.
Yeah. And
wow.
That's a whole Mariah. How's my king? He put a doggy door in so we don't have to get those.
Thank you, Michelle. Now my wife's going to see that shit and she's going to want one. Thank you.
That's part of the reason why I don't post a lot of shit I do at work anymore, because my wife's like, well, how come I don't have that?
Right.
When do I get that? Why does their room look like that?
Oh man. All right. So Now, here's going to be the first off the beaten path break for the day. Another thing Ronnie and I were talking about is, okay, so he showed me an image last night, and he said, so, what do you think? He actually sent me the text, and I knew immediately what it was. And it was, I'm going to see if I can get to it
Well,
here.
and those of you that follow me on social media, I posted it on social media as well. But those of you that don't, here you go.
All right. Well, I don't have the image, so can you just tell them what it was? It was
It was
if you've seen
it was 2 nights. There was one night standing there with a sword, and another night there with his arms and his legs chopped off.
right.
And I sent it to Mike, and I told my wife, Michelle, you can vouch for me on this. I said, watch, I'm going to send this to Mike, and I guarantee you he'll know what it is. And I won't even tell you what he said, because I want to see if any of you guys can tell me any comment from that show. Matter of fact, hold on. I'm gonna put it up on my phone here, see if you can see it. So
Oh,
I send this to Mike last night.
yeah. That's the image.
So you can take a look at that. And Ken Hall, you better, by God, get this, because I guarantee you'll know this. So anyway, I sent this to Mike last night, and we laughed about it last night, and then we just chuckled our fucking asses off for probably a good half an hour this morning, to the point where I told Mike when I got to my job site this morning, I was laughing so hard I had to run into the house I was working at because I had to pee so bad. I was like, it's bad enough being old, but being diabetic on top of it. When I say I gotta pee, I mean I gotta fucking
Gotta go
pee
now.
like right
Gotta
now.
go. All right, seriously, guys, thank you for the topic. I really thought I was catching a case of MS. Oh no. You're welcome, Kenny. You're welcome. All right. So here you go. So that image, remember what Ronnie just sent you, and see if
Now stand aside, worthy adversary.
'Tis but a scratch.
A scratch? Your arm's off.
No, it isn't.
Well, what's that then?
I've had worse.
You liar!
Come on, you pansy.
Come on, you pansy. It's just a flesh wound. I can still bite you. Oh my God. Monty Python was hilarious. Just absolutely hilarious. And I think I told you.
Hold on. Can you didn't see it? Here, I'll put it up again for you.
Oh, I did. He said, yeah, I didn't see. Was it Gumby? No, it's not Gumby. And we just played you the Kenny, are you still not feeling well? Are you in jail, buddy? What's the matter?
How much weed have you smoked today?
Are you blowing herb, Kenny? Is that the problem? Are you
I
just
thought
not
it was
getting...
Gumby. Don thought it was Gumby too.
I thought it was
damn
Gumby. It's only a...
It's only
okay,
a
see,
flesh
Kenny's
wound.
got it.
There you see, you got it. You got it. There you go.
Yeah.
I think I want to have a baby.
Well, that's is that still holy? No, that's Life of
No.
Brian.
Yeah. But that was another one that just, you can't have a baby. You don't have a womb.
A baby, and then he wanted to be called something, what, like Betty
Yeah.
or something.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Monty Python. Speaking of weed, I was over at I guess it's okay to say name, Stuart Bracken and his brother Steve, good friends of mine when I was younger, and we were over at his house, and probably had Steve and Steve Griffin and a few others, and I think we were getting stoned out of our heads, and he said, "Hey, you guys ever seen this Monty Python and the Holy Grail?" No. I will tell you, and I've watched it 1,000 times since then, but it was incredibly funny when you're about 3 sheets to the wind. It was hilarious. But I told Ron that, yeah, he's still in jail. No weed today. Had to quit. Got COPD, influenza, pneumonia, LOL, for reals. Gee, Kenny Downer. Thanks for building
Thanks for
this
killing
up.
my buzz.
Buzzkill. You harshen my mellow, Kenny. You're
Quitter.
harshing my mellow. Seriously, I hope you get better. I know somebody else that's actually suffering from COVID right now. I don't know if she's
So
really
not
suffering.
to get off the beaten path again, but hey, Ken Hall, a couple of weeks ago, I don't know if you were on or not, or if you watched afterwards, but I put out a challenge to all Debonair personnel. I want to see some pictures, videos, anything that we can come up with just to show people what it was like when we were growing up as kids on Debonair Circle in Colorado Springs, Colorado. We talk about it a lot. We have the vivid memories of it, but it'd be fun to share it. So talk to your siblings, your family, the other folks in the neighborhood, whatever. And let's see what we can come up with, man. And my wife, God love her, came up with a great idea. One of the topics I talked to Mike about was the spur of the moment things. Now part of our conversation this morning, Mike, if you recall, was
which one?
Yeah, which was about how back in the day it'd be 3:00 in the morning. You're like, hey, let's go skiing.
Fuck yeah.
But nowadays it's like, hey, let's go skiing. 8:00 in the morning. When do you want to go? Tomorrow morning at 7. And you okay, well, if I have to go there at 7, I get up at 5.
Yeah.
I do this. And after about your fifth or sixth obstacle, you're like, yeah, no, I don't want to go.
Yeah, that's what we were talking about. Because I told him, you're right. I mean, back in the day, we would have. I mean, hey, let's go tubing. Done. Let's go.
Oh yeah.
I did a skiing trip one time with it might have been Steve Bracken and another cat. His daddy was at the Air Force Academy, and we just did a spur of the moment trip up to Keystone. And so I think about that some today. Steve Mann and I had to go on a spur of the moment rafting trip down the Colorado, down around Royal Gorge. And I mean, we weren't even ready.
Yeah.
But I think of those things. And today I'm thinking, if it came up, I'm literally this guy and I've done it. Hey, Michael J., why don't we, why don't you come to this, dinner tonight with us? And I'm going, okay. Well, the show gets over at 6. I have to run home, get cleaned up. By the time I get there, it's going to be 7. Dinner won't be served till 8. It'll be 10 o'clock. But you know what? No, that's too much for me. I can't. But that's what I mean. It's not like when did we become dropping shit years old? When did we become that years old? What's wrong with us?
Look, dude, when Michelle and I were dating, and we've been together pushing 18 plus years now, or 18 years. And, back in the day, we'd be on the phone together till 1, 2, 3, 4 o'clock in the morning. We were up going to work at 7 o'clock the next day and hanging out the next afternoon and evening, and now we go to work. We both get home by 7:30. We're dead asleep in the fucking bed.
Yeah. It's all right, baby. Well, good night. All right. Well, good night.
Thanks for dinner.
when you called this morning and we were talking about this, and I said, I need to psychoanalyze everything. Bunch of pussies. We are these days. We are.
Oh, absolutely.
In fact, Ron, make us shirts.
Pussy Patrol.
We're just pussies. But yeah, Ronnie was telling me this morning about, we were kind of talking about this. And I said, a couple of nights ago, Carolyn she will do this for me once in a while, beans and ham and cornbread, right? And so she had to run to the store for something. And she says, hey, the timer is going to go off in 5 minutes. Would you do me a favor? Take the cornbread out, poke a toothpick in there. And I'm like, wait. Time out. What do you mean? Check it in 5 minutes and pull it out and put a toothpick in. What am I, a fucking chef? And so Ronnie, I'm sharing this story with him. What was your response?
Your pull-out game is weak, boy.
Right. So immediately I'm ashamed that I'm not, because that's usually where my evil head is, right?
Yeah.
And as soon as we started laughing.
It's like if I pull out a dry.
I told Ron, I said, I'm at the age hey, if the pull out is dry, we did something wrong. If it's wet, we're going for a second round. So I don't know why I wasn't thinking like that. When did I become that years old? What happened to me?
Oh my God,
I have become a grandpa. I'm the dude sitting out of my damn driveway shaking my fist. Hey, you lousy fucking kids.
Get off my lawn.
We ain't got no kids in the neighborhood. We have no kids in the hood, so I have nobody to shake my fist at. Guess I can do it
I was
online.
gonna say we don't have grass. It's get off my synthetic lawn.
All right. Now, I'll tell you what we're going to do here. We're at 20 after. So, again, a little off the beaten path, but still kind of fun. Sometimes, Ronnie and I were talking earlier that every once in a while you'll see a picture, and when you see it, it'll do so. It either takes you back to a time, or you'll literally hear it, or you can smell it. So let's go with this one.
Oh, jeez.
What
Oh
I
my
mean,
God. All I hear
what's
is
your
clack,
immediate
clack,
thought there?
clack, 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 clack.
And maybe bruising.
Oh God, yeah.
I mean, wacky clackers. They were probably worse than jarts. I think wacky clackers would kill you quicker than a jart would.
I think a weed infused jart game was a little more dangerous.
That sounds like a challenge. I'm thinking jarts with a little crown.
So I
and
told
some
her,
sense of meal,
Michelle,
we're good to go.
my wife says, she goes, all you guys need to. That's my Michelle says, all you guys need to plan a guys trip together. And my first response was, yeah, that'd be kind of cool. But then my second, more I thought about it, I'm like, one of us is going to end up in an ambulance or something.
Yeah, that's exactly what's going to happen with us. Somebody's going to end up in that.
Here's how it's going to start. It's going to start off with, I bet we can still.
And we can still build coaster cars and go down a hill.
Oh, it's just no pun intended. But it's going to go downhill from there.
No, you know what would be funny though? This would be funny as shit. Is to get the old gang together with those that would actually take part. But we already have the materials pre-done, and you only get like 3 nails, 3 pieces of wood,
Easy MacGyver,
and some big wheel tires,
and some duct tape.
This is all you have to work with, man. And you've got to drive whatever you build. That would be fun. I'm in on that one. Either that, make it even better. We build it, but you have to drive it. You have to drive whatever we build.
There's a whole lot of trust issues with that one.
Well, why?
So
there you go.
We're gonna leave you on the task of talking to the Colorado folk, and you know who we're talking about. You got a brother-in-law, sister, another brother, and other folks that were part of that group. So, yeah, man, let's throw something together. Shit, I'm down to travel. Let's meet up.
Oh, there it is.
There it is. I can still bite you.
I can still bite you. You're a loony.
You're a loony.
God, I love that show. I have to watch it again now.
Oh my God.
We're going to do this. That's what we ought to do sometime. We don't need to watch the whole thing. But now that I know we can do video, we'll just run clips up here and gather everybody around the computer.
I say we all get together, smoke a bunch of weed, and watch Monty Python.
I'm in. We have other family members that will probably come join us.
Shit. That's great.
Kenny says it sounds good. Well, I don't know about the weed part, but so Kenny, what do you want to? You want to build the coaster cars or something? That would be fun. No, Kenny does say.
Don, is Don still there? Don, are you still with us?
He's there. I don't know if Don's still there. We still have quite a few people looking. So anyway, okay.
I don't know, man. All I know is my wife is always looking for an excuse to get me to go somewhere.
Get you the hell out of the house.
Yeah. Every time I talk to her Uncle Jack in Montana, she's like, "Will honey be there?" Oh, yeah. That's Ken's chick. But every time I talk to Uncle Jack, I'm always like, "Yeah, I want to come visit you." Michelle's like, "Yeah, I can pack right now."
Oh
like,
my!
Easy.
Well, nothing says love like get the hell out of the house. Please go.
So speaking of get the hell out of the house, I'm gonna sidebar a little conversation here, but unfortunately, Michelle and I had to go to a funeral on Saturday. Her friend and cohort at work, her husband unfortunately lost his battle with cancer, and God love his family and bless his family. But it was the weirdest kind of service, though. It was a service that was in a building off of a main street here in Vegas, next to like a couple of shopping centers. It was just odd. And they had some technical difficulties playing the remembrance video, and after about the sixth or seventh time, it finally came through and just kind of changed the whole dynamic of the service. You know, it was a celebrate life kind of service. Now, the worst part about it was the funeral director gets up there and tried to impart his wisdom on the service, which in my opinion was horrible. And he says, quote unquote, Mike, you know, and that all being said, you know, I hate to say it, but we have another service coming in, so I'm gonna have to ask you guys to all get up and you know. He's like, no, just kidding. He goes, just kidding.
Oh
yeah,
God!
But seriously, we got another one coming in. I'm just like, did he really just say that?
Wow!
Did he really just say that? I'm just like, you gotta fucking be kidding me.
Well, yeah, it's like you don't have to go home, but you can't
get
stay
the hell out of here. Yeah, pretty much. That was it. That's how I felt.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Michelle's other friend at work said that too. He's like, I hate to go. I will never have the service there at that place because it was just like, yeah, thanks for coming. Get the fuck out.
Yeah, but how do you boycott like a funeral home or something? It's when I die, fuck you.
Went on a walk down the Greenway last week. No one fucking. No one big little stag. They're on to you, Ken.
Yeah, it's the anti-Ken alarm.
Oh, no more honey. Oh no! Did she find out you ate chicken?
Well, no, is that Kenny? Oh,
yeah.
Oh,
yeah. Ken, I used to always bust Ken's balls because you know we go there to visit and we all go out to eat and he's eating like chicken and steak and beef and I guess Honey was a vegetarian. I'm like, I'm telling your girl.
And that's so what, you know, we've talked before about how we kind of remember everybody. And I still, when I think of Kenny, I still think of like this thin as a rail 14, 15-year-old string bean.
Well,
and,
he still looks like he's riding a chicken.
Well, a whole different podcast, man.
I ate her cat.
But you did. Oh, my.
Oh, rare.
Cat, the other white meat. Oh God! All right, is this one? So, what do you see or what do you hear?
Go ahead, punk. Make my day.
My day. Right. So that one, I bet most people got that one. And I got.
You know, I have a couple of. I posted that Holy Grail one, and a couple of my clients that are in their maybe 30s or 40s knew what it was. My wife, my wife, she has never watched that movie. Matter of fact, Michelle, that's what we're doing this weekend. We're watching Monty Python and the Holy Grail.
Oh hell yeah! Oh hell yeah!
And she'll hate every minute of it. She'll be like, "This is dumb. This is just."
Oh no!
Dumb. No, she will.
You know, I had a friend that said that's how I found Napoleon Dynamite.
A friend of mine, love it.
He told me, he says, "Hey, this may not be up your alley because I know what your sense of humor is." He said, "But you really need to see this movie, Napoleon Dynamite." He said, "The funniest thing about the movie is they don't swear. There's not one swear word in it."
Gosh, Uncle Rico.
So I looked at Roger and I said, "Well, what's the fucking use then?" No, I didn't say that. But Napoleon, I told Ronnie this morning, Napoleon Dynamite is sort of like Monty Python and the Holy Grail, in that every time I watch it, I will see something I didn't see before.
Yeah.
And to me, that's the mark of an absolutely good flick, man.
Totally agree. If
you can watch it 8,000 times and see something you didn't see before, that is, I love that. And I feel the same way about Napoleon Dynamite. Nope. Dumb boy humor. Oh, Michelle.
Just don't know what you're missing.
It is, yeah. I'm sorry.
I tried to get her to watch Jurassic Park with me the other day, and she wouldn't do it.
See, I'm not a Jurassic Park guy. I'm just not.
I like dinosaurs. I mean, just saying.
Oh my God, that's hilarious. There's your shirt, dude. I like dinosaurs. Oh God. All right.
shit.
See, and now Kenny beat me to the punch because you are a dinosaur. But Kenny, he was so serious when he said it. I like dinosaurs. Okay.
Don't hate, appreciate.
Oh my God, that was fucking hilarious. I like dinosaurs. All right, tell me what you smell.
Oh man, that should be like an Avon commercial right there. That's like musky shit. No bueno.
Oh, dude, you weren't a player back in the day. If you didn't splash on a little Brute,
It works 100% of the time, 70% of the time.
you know what Brute was? Brute was our Old Spice. That's what I think it was. I tried.
It reminds me of that. It reminds me of that scene from Ron Burgundy, Black Panther. Smells like Bigfoot's dick.
Wow. Well, see, and that's
You ever
I'm
watched
I'm
Anchorman?
ashamed. I'm ashamed to admit I've never watched Anchorman.
Oh my God, Mike! Come on,
Yeah, I know.
man.
I'm in need of
That
help.
that Anchorman to me is like Napoleon Dynamite to you. It's I could watch it 1,000 times and still pick up something funnier than the last. I smell poop.
Really?
See, Kenny's seen it. Yeah, it works. It works every time, 70% of the time.
Oh, I'm gonna look at this. This is a friend of mine, Tim
Oh,
Cato. See his having dinner right now. I'm laughing. Judy is confused. Judy is his sweet wife. They just had an anniversary, and so welcome, Judy.
Hi, Judy.
So yeah, I'm sorry. I've not seen Anchorman. There's just some shit I didn't see.
You gotta watch it. I know the kind of stupid humor you enjoy, and I as much as because I know why. It's because you're in that industry and you don't want to watch it. Let's not lie, but
No,
you still need to watch it. It's just it's got those dumb anecdotes in it and comments and Alicia Silverstone. Is Alicia Silverstone plays in it? I think so. But yeah, she just plays the best part, and it's just
Is it the younger Alicia Silverstone or the older Alicia Silverstone?
the older one.
All right. Well,
Yeah,
all right.
but
And by the
But
way,
yeah,
this is Smarty Pants. I'm Tim Cato is more in the Ron Burgundy industry than I am. Tim works for a TV station.
dude, Ron Burgundy is the shit. I'm in a glass box of emotion. The bad man punted Baxter. You just okay. Your homework, Michael. Watch Ron Burgundy.
I'm not watching Ron Burgundy.
Ron, Mike. Don't make me say your middle name.
Sometimes I forget what the hell my middle name is.
Michael Allen.
No, I
you
don't.
would watch that movie. I'll summons Dad.
Well, no, don't do that. That's how Carolyn threatens me. Oh,
Dad
wait, I got
said
one.
hey,
coming
look,
for you.
Dad said, Christina Applegate. Dad said he wanted us to do something together. I want to talk about Ron Burgundy together. So get your shit together. Watch the fucking movie. There will
Dad
be a
never
step.
said we'd have to watch movies.
Boobies. What?
I'm movies. I'm kind of a big deal.
You may not know me, but I'm kind of a big deal.
I told you, Tim would know.
Oh, dude. Well, Tim's got my vote. Shit. Tim, you and I next week, we're hosting this show. Fuck this guy.
Cato would probably, in fact, I have to tell you, Tim, I hope you don't mind my sharing. So we were at a soiree, a shindig last Thursday, and it's for businessmen and no women. So Cato, who I've known Cato now for a bunch of years, and he comes walking over to my table, right? And I'm sitting with our guys, and he hunches down. And he says, "Hey, man, so what was the podcast about this week?" He listens, he watches, and so we're talking about, I forget now what the hell we talked about last week. And so he says something like, I'm looking forward to whatever you're going to do this week. We talked for about 15, 20 minutes, and so we have these drawings throughout the night, and if you want to win a gun, this is a good place to go. So I tried to win. There was a Sig Sauer and another handgun. It's what I put all my. Well, I didn't. I put all mine out, and so this rifle comes up, and the winner's announced, and I happen to watch who's going up the stage. Well, it's Tim, and so I sent him a text like the next day, and I said, "Hey, I shot him something like an image of 'You'll shoot your eye out,' but I congratulated him on it, and so he tells me, he says he wanted that gun so bad that he put all of his tickets into that hopper, the one for that prize."
Right.
And I thought, well, good for you. I don't know how many you put in there. So every year I usually just put like 5, or I'll buy like 10 sheets and put like 5 in each one, and hopefully I win something. Now I have won $500 at this thing, but congratulations to Tim. He did it extremely well, and but he listens to the podcast. Clearly, he watches the podcast.
All right, Tim. If you watch the podcast, you'll know the statement then. Well, Mrs. Corningstone, I wasn't expecting you. You asked to see me? You got to watch it, Mike. It's great.
Deer in the headlights.
I'm telling Dad.
No, go for it. No, don't. I told you that's how Carolyn. That's how Carolyn gets that.
Where's his picture in here? That's it. His picture is right here. You're in trouble.
Daddy here. Well, he's actually my
You're in
screen.
Trouble.
Probably, and he does still punish me. I hate to admit it. All right,
Yeah,
so
we're at 3:30 at 36 after. What else you got? What do you got in closing for us? Tell me something funny. Make me laugh.
Well, I think I already did with the cornbread story.
Oh, dude, I almost pissed myself. I laughed so hard with the cornbread story.
Maybe I should have left that till the end and given Judy, Tim's wife, something to really think about. The hell is this, a porn show? It is tonight, baby. Uncle Ken's going to watch this and think, what in the hell?
Tonight, dip it in the cornbread.
Oh, God. Yeah, but that was so funny. But I kid you not. Here you go. Oh, okay.
Thank you. Thank you, Tim. Thank you.
Oh, my.
You better learn that, boy. Hey, and you can teach him how to play the jazz flute.
Well, here's the thing I know about Cato is Cato has a pretty well-stocked bar. So maybe if I imbibe enough.
Hey,
yeah.
I have a free round trip ticket from Allegiant Air. So just let me know when this is going down. I'll be there for the preview.
Want to come out and join us?
I will be there for the preview.
Hey, Tim, we got to get you on with us sometime. I got to send. I don't know if I have his email or not. I know I got his number. So yes, text me your email sometime. We'll get you on here. So there you go. We'll talk tomorrow. Oh, okay. Restaurant roundup.
Yeah.
Tomorrow? Yeah. It's kind of that's good eating here. Yeah, good eating. All right. Well, I have nothing to make you laugh. I don't have I was trying to think of anything that might in the book, and I can't even think of anything in the book. But I will tell you, I had a conversation about you today with a client friend of mine today, and I told him, I'm like, my brother's been in radio for 40 years, and he fought me tooth and nail to do this podcast with me because he had told me, I've been offered to do podcasts with other people, and but I will say, and Michelle is actually the one that said it to me, Mike, and I'm going to repeat what she said. It's done a world of good for our relationship as brothers and his family. So I want to continue that, not only with just between you and I. It's nice to see Dawn hopping on here and the folks from the neighborhood hopping on here, and your friends in Texas, my friends here in Vegas. And man, let's get this thing built up. Let's get a unity of us older folk together and talk about our past, and to laugh the way I laughed this morning, Mike, was just nothing more than a godsend, man. You have no idea how much I really needed that this morning. It was even funnier when you got off the phone because I was cursing your name. I kid you not. If you weren't here earlier, we were talking about when did I become drop shit years old. And so after he got off the phone with me, this literally happened while I was watching TV.
money on Fox Business. Charles, great to see you. We've been talking about this.
Yeah.
And I'm just dropping stuff left and right. Elon Musk is
See,
warning.
and so yeah, I'm just dropping stuff left and right. And I kid you not, that was within 60 seconds after we hung up the phone.
That's funny.
And Ronnie said, I want to talk. When did I start dropping shit? And then I dropped the remote 2 or 3 times. And so I'm literally standing there going, damn it, Ronnie, you fucking cursed me. And then one more thing real quick. And the other thing I told him is, yeah, I'm dropping shit. And I don't know when all that happened. But here's the other one that's frustrating me lately is I told Ronnie, I said, I could be doing something, out in the shop, at work, and I'll take a step, get up to take a step, and I step wrong. And it's like, I'm tipping over. And I got to, it's like, when the hell did I become a weeble wobble?
But you know what? You won't fall
They
down.
don't fall down. That's right. Weebles wobble, but they don't fall down. Good night, everybody.
All right. Love you. Bye.
Bye. See y'all next week.